Hello there, this is Photius. I am playing Grim Dawn with my Vitality Caster again, using Bone Harvest and just spamming the heck out of that skill. We are picking up right where we left off last time. I didn't come in through there, I came in from over here. We are going to continue through the Hidden Refuge, back toward the Temple City of Osir. We've got our Blood of the Watchers we need to deliver, so we might pop back and deliver that. In the meantime, we are going to head for the Corvin Sands. We might do a couple other things while we're over there. Maybe I'll do the hidden dungeons. That'd be fun, right? And I'll want to do them later, but they're kind of fun to do now. Okay. Go here. Oh good, there's a totem here. We're going to do that as we come through here. Great. Alright, pop this. Ooh, this guy is not taking damage very fast. Oh, he's like freezing me. He's freezing me. Alright. Frost Shard Crown. That's a little fun one. It gives the Bone Harvest, but does cold damage. Interesting. Alzara's Ruby. Nothing I need. Corvin Armor can be good. Maybe not that particular type. Cask of Decay can be nice for Blade Arc. Devouring Swarm. So that's one of those items that really helps Devouring Swarm. No, I like my gear that I have for the most part. And I got that nice amulet. I got some of our resistance. I just realized my lightning resist is low. So I basically need to put these on. I'm past wanting them. So I gotta be careful with lightning and fire. I just realized that was the reason I wasn't using those. But I got 2 levels. I can put those on. I might be okay until then. And I don't want to be back here. So again, videos I have upcoming are for a shaman Arcanist build I'm working on. Shaman Arcanist is going to be interesting because I think it's not fun for me to play at first, but will be fun later because it's a little painful. So I don't know if I've said this before. I don't like most of the auto attack replacer skills. Most of them are awful. They have charge levels, they do more damage. When I say they're awful, they're not awful. Let me be clear, they're not actually awful. They are boring to play. I find them very boring. However, the way they work makes them not awful. They have capability of doing enormous amounts of damage just because of the way they connect with weapon pool skill abilities. Those are percentage attack abilities that like go off during those skills. That can make them quite bearable and quite fun. But the problem is getting to the point where it starts getting fun takes a long while for those builds. Mostly you're slapping things with a wet noodle. Unless you've invested so heavily in the skill, you literally can't do anything else but hit things. Now that might be good fun and all, but like, it's not this. Look what I'm doing here. I am mowing these guys down. Like, if I had a machine gun, I would be less effective. Like, it's crazy. So just being able to slap things really hard with a stick 30 times isn't that impressive, especially since most of the skills are generally locked to a single target. Cadence is okay, and it's like not the best one. Like, it already has quirks to it that make it not very good compared to some of the other skills. Now, I'm not saying it's bad. It's not. Cadence has a lot of good things going for it. Honored with Homestead is very nice, by the way. Cadence has a lot of good things going for it. And I just realized, Honored with Homestead and stuff, I really need to go pick up the items to make that better. In fact, I may go do that. Let's get the waypoint here first. Couple things I want to do out here. Some fun things. Oh, hello. Yeah, let's do this. Transfer some of that damage to you and be super careful. There we go. Whew. Okay, I had to take him out really quickly. Yeah, I don't need that. The armor's super good though, but all the other stats don't match anything I'm doing. I think it's one of those situations where, like, Ultimate's gonna get you just way better gear, and I need to work on getting my resist up so I can actually just start Ultimate and start getting good gear. Okay, so I find them boring because it's mostly just slapping things until they die, and it's one enemy at a time. And you'll see that. That's how this druid build. That's shaman, arcanist, or arcanist. I like arcanist. I'm gonna stick with arcanist. So the shaman arcanist, or shaman arcanist, works that way. It's called a druid. But if you go savagery, which is one of the skills I'm talking about, you're just beating on things, man. That's all you're doing. Just beating them with a stick until they die. Now, that can do a lot of damage and can one-shot things, like, one by one. But you one-shot whole groups with this. Like, it's hard to be competitive with it. However, later on, it will get competitive and will mostly be fine. Okay, great. This is super helpful. This is going to get me what I need to get a lot more double crossing experience. And double crossing is really good for filling out some resists if you can get them up to revered. Alright, so Homestead here, important things. So we technically, everything we need to unlock Leathery Hide, Hysteria, let's see. Oh, Bloody Whetstone. That's a cool one. But that's bleeding, that's not really what we're using. Solar Belt, Lunar Sledge. Lunar Sledge is interesting. Spine Carapace, Sanctified Bone. Sanctified Bone is hugely important. We can use that now because we would be buying this here. And then Fervor's not so important. But then otherwise you get the Solar Waste Guards, which give bone, like, random stats. This Harvest Defender Shield is really cool. Poison Acid, Aether, and Chaos Resist are just crazy. But we want this Writ. The Writ is going to give us more reputation, so we want to buy that. Additionally, let me look through these. Additionally, these don't help us. Any of these that gave, like, a good amount of resist might be helpful, or a good amount of... I just bought one. Where did it go? What did I buy? Harvest Blade Seal. Let's sell that back. If you sell it back in the same inventory, you're fine. The Harvest Venom Seal is not bad, because good Pierce and Poison Acid resist, but not really that helpful for us. Alright, but these don't help us. Some of these might. I kind of doubt it. I don't think Homestead's good on the Vitality. They're good on Poison, but not Vitality. And these can help with Elemental Resist should we need them. Then there are all kinds of gear otherwise, like we could purchase. These are level 35 pieces though. We're a little outclassing them at this point. Hop down here though. We did get Black Legion unrocked, so buy their Writ as well. And we're going to chow down on these Writs, so that will put little stars here. So we gain 50% reputation more for these factions. That's fantastic. And Rovers is going to be right behind, so we'll want to do that soon. Malmoth, had we gotten further with Malmoth, they might have given us more. Devil's Crossing's good. Cun's good. Bear Home, we need more. Outcast, that'll just naturally build up, don't worry about that. Kynan's, it's getting close too. There's some ways we can push that. Anyway, looking through the information, the things that the Black Legion has here. Let's see. These, like the Void Beast Powder, that's a pretty good one. We're probably going to go ahead and buy those because it's Vitality damage along with offensive ability. Alternatively, we could buy poison just to add flat damage. I don't think it's super effective. Let's do 2 of these. We want 2 because those go on one-handed weapon, shield, caster, offhands, right? So we got those. Is there anything here that's helpful? That's got good that's actually got pretty good resists. Man, I wish the caster resist came on something else. Well, this ring's okay. It just isn't giving me much to work with. Good bit of health. Maybe I should buy it. It only knocks your caster resist down a little bit. So yeah, you can buy these rings and such to kind of help you out. This one I would lose a little bit of damage, but it's not the end of the world. You can also buy their stuff. Their stuff's level 50, so it's a bit better. Well, this Legion Mantle is pretty nice. I lose Bone Harvest, but that's okay. The boots are very nice. Yeah. Movement, physical resist, chunk of health. I lose vitality damage, but I get Aether and Elemental resist. That solves my Elemental resist problem without needing the other gloves. But that's good, because it means other things can come in. This is tempting, but I really need my helmet. Shoulders are good. Also tempting, because the bleeding resist, too. That gives sigil consumption. Is there any armor? Does any of their armors give vitality? No. Let's give chaos though, so not too bad. I would like to use this, because that seems pretty good. Alright, we're going to gather inventory. So this opens up ballistic plating. Yeah, which we're probably not going to use. Fortitude, Arcane Spark. It's an interesting one. It's amulets and metals and gives a lot of... gives energy leech, so that might be a viable alternative. And we don't have anything on our amulet, so maybe that would be we get an Arcane Spark. It fixes our energy problems. And Oleron's Blood is also an interesting one, but not super good for us. The total speed might be nice. That's about it. Alright. Nothing else. We're gonna pop this on a weapon. Pop this on a weapon, because we're gonna be stuck with these weapons for a while. They'll give us more offensive ability, more damage. Nothing crazy. Just a little top off. And I feel like this is going to be unnecessary. I already have a lot of vitality. Well, it would let me take this off my ring, though. And then I can use that Arcane Spark. Okay. Let's buy that. Let's see, because that was expensive. I spent a lot of money here. Do this. Let's check our resist. Chaos 75, that's acceptable. 1629. So fire and lightning are behind. That's okay. We're gonna fix those. And I could get something like this. That's okay. Could get an armor. Could get these boots, but I lose Bone Harvest. I don't think I want to do that right now. Okay. I want to use this, but I lose Chaos Resist, quite a bit of it. And a bunch of Pierce. Okay, not yet.
What brings you to my forge?
Okay, so the one we can use here is Sanctified Bone, which goes in chest and head armor. So this is viable. Gives vitality, resistance, chaos resist, and damage to undead and chthonics. So that's pretty good. So we're going to need purified salt. So for purified salt, we need salt. Where are my crystals? I want to make sure I'm not overdoing this. There we go. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Chaos resist. It is the Sanctified Bone. Buy that. We're gonna pop that on our armor now. Lose 20. This gives 12. Right. We'll pop this in there for now. We'll bust up this armor if we could get more chaos resist somewhere. A good belt could do it. So that's a consideration. So is there any... I'm probably good on a few belts here. These belts all say they have chaos resist. So like the Mammoth Bladed Waistguard is 65. Don't actually know if I can use that yet. Mortal Sage is a nice one. Coven belts. So Flame Silk Sash is our best bet for a belt replacement that actually gives the resist we want. It gives total speed and experience gained. Very good. But I don't remember where Flame Silk Sash comes from. So I'll have to look around. Not the Legion belt. This does give the Nightblade, but it doesn't give me a resist, so we'd have to roll it a few times. I don't think that's really necessary. Let's see about Arcane Spark. Because we might want those crystals for the Vitality resist. So Arcane Spark takes 3 of those. We got them. We have all this. We have plenty of soul shards. Right. There they are. Yep. And ectoplasm. Plenty. So we make one of these. We're going to do this. Yeah. Because energy is something we've had a problem with. So we'll pop that there. Okay. So next step is I just need to use the Doom Touch gloves. And that'll get us in good shape. But it doesn't fix our problems. This one fixes our problems more, but we wouldn't use Doom Touch. We need something with chaos resist at that point. So some gloves. These have 10 chaos resist. Not much else though. These have Aether and Pierce. Those are Aether and Pierce as well. Those are just Pierce. Hard to know what to like use in this situation because I don't want to lose that chaos resist I just got. Alright. So now my resists are getting to be maxed out. Not quite. That lightning fire is giving me trouble. Was the Flame Silk Sash from Homestead? Because I thought I saw something very similar to that. It'd be great if it was. Okay. Solar Belt. No. 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 Solar Waistguard, that's Vitality. So this gives Aether Chaos Poison with the shield. That's why I didn't use it. Alrighty, let's move on. I'm sitting here figuring out gear too long. I'll just have to switch to the Doom Touch gloves when I get them. So we're going to pop out back to the Corvin Sands. Move on ahead a little bit. Oh, that's right. I wanted to go do the other dungeons. So there's one, not this way. Is it over here? No. It's a little further up. So there's a little dungeon out here filled with gross bugs. So I'm at the docks. I think this is right. I have to find the right spot. I may have gone too far north. Well, we want the Devotion Shrine out here anyway. I might get that first. Can I fit through this? So yeah, I'm too far north. That's fine. Let's go get the Devotion Shrine. We're gonna want it anyway. Just head on up into this little location here. Oh no. There's several other quests I didn't bother doing. I'm still getting Blood of the Watcher. Gotta go turn that in, because it might change what happens. Hop on down. Go across. I will probably clear out my inventory before the next time I play. Just
Were
to
you
get that
successful?
set.
Yes. What I must. Few mortals ever witnessed the splendor of the elf.
Oh, she wants me to hop in the Ultratron right now. Yeah, but I'm a little busy. I mean, yeah, I want to go in there, but I'm a little busy. I'm trying to get the devotion shrine out here. So we go in. A lot of nonsense happening in here. We have to be kind of careful because our resists are not where they should be. So I think these guys do a lot of fire and lightning and such. At least that's what their MI suggest. And some guys will probably pop up right here. There they are. But we want this. Yes, sir. Just clear them out. Leveled Molten Walkers. Ring of Ruin? Nah. Necklace? No. Okay. So the first point is going to go here in Chariot of the Dead. Next one goes... Oh, did I have another devotion shrine? I did. So... goes here. I think we can get this, and this, and this. We're heading for Wayward Soul. Alright, it is not really that far to the rift out here, so let's go for it. I've been here a lot. I've done runs through here trying to find particular items. Kind of get used to it really quickly. It's well designed. It is clustered, but it's at least open. Very much unlike Mammoth. Okay. Gotta be careful, these guys strip resist too. Ow. Character yelled about that. Some coerced and compelled breaks. If you want lightning devastation. Which to me it seems like a fine way to play it. Again, we're just getting to the shrine down here. Oh my gosh, they despise me. It's terrible. What have I done? Made my friends hate me. They're not my friends. They're not my buddies. They're not my pals. Clear, clear, clear. Come through here, except for these guys. So we kill. See, when I'm not looking for cloven gazes and crap like that, I find it instantly. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Okay. Throw them down. There's our portal. We're going to head back to the Corvin Sands portal. Someone show something here. There's actually two somethings I can show, but this one was... Ah, it's here. Okay. Right? Is it not? Is it up there? It is up there. Okay. I walked right past it. Because you have to go down. I thought you had to go to the right. Go through here. Someone at the Conclave of Three would like to hear this. We're going to get a hat. The Thetan Mask, it's always here. Not a particularly good one.
That skill's not
I think
ready.
I'm going to go ahead and go in here. dangerous. Toughen. Interesting. Vitality damage does pretty good here. Alright, onward. Just has a bunch of bugs in it. Maggots and beetles and whatnot. Snakes. Just maggots and intestines over what we're looking at. Yep, but the maggots don't mind. They're happy to serve. They do not know what they are. Signet of Astral Ruminations, interesting. Very much a lightning ring. Very interesting. Oh, we're at level 2. Let's get one down there. I'm gonna level up very quickly in here. These enemies aren't tough for me, there's just a lot of them. Crits for 15, 16k. Nice. Last words of Herod. There's a level. Lots of bugs this time. After the beetles. And maggots. And these guys. Yeah. Don't know how the standard rotor attacker is supposed to, compete with this, but that's alright. It's not that kind of a game. Play how you want it.
Can't do that yet.
Good. Alright. We're about halfway through time. There's so many of these guys. Like, how do I not gain 5% of my level? Just from that little excursion. Alright. Cave exits up here, and there should be a boss nearby. Where is he? Don't tell me I skipped him. Oh man. I'm pretty sure I missed him. Oh, do I not? I guess I didn't. Okay, maybe I got a little confused where I was. Oh, no, we're good. That's what we want. Boss is here. Thereabouts. There he is. Good old Gooblex, the digestive. Got through 500,000 hit points very rapidly. The first seal of Morganeth is what we want. Now this gives you clues to a kind of slightly secret quest in this game. The first seal is going to take up my inventory. we're out, and I'm beginning to tire a little bit. I'm just getting tired. It's late, as you can probably tell. So we got that, which will be useful down the road. And I think I want to go report to Barnabas. Except I went to the wrong place. This is what I mean. Like, I might stop a little earlier. Get a little tired. I'm a little fatigued. Alright. Barnabas is over here.
I don't know what you...
There we go. Good bit. Now Devil's Crossing is that respected, but it'll take a lot to get that up further. So we're not going to worry about that. Galfang and claim its core. Ah. That is in the portal of the Conclave of 3, but... Was it coming through here intentionally? I didn't think this is where I was at. Okay, I can go down here to do a quest. Should I want to? Alright. Hate to say it, but I'm trying to stay alive and I'm getting tired. Okay, welcome back. So the other video I stopped when I only get like a half hour at a time. Didn't want to give you guys that little of content. So I'm kind of refreshed and I'm back at it. I did have to travel back out to the same point. I didn't want to like jar the video too much, so I'm gonna go ahead and head back through here. Sorry, as I was clearing enemies, I had this dropped. Reform Grasp. There's still a few guys out here. These might be pretty good. They just give Aether Resist though, so it's a little like I feel like the other gloves are still better. For what I'm doing. Where did they go? Where did I put them? There we go. The Doom Touch, I think, are a little better because I need that elemental resist back. That's kind of the key thing here. Even though the Doom Bolt is at a lower chance. This is on critical attacks, so these might be better too for that reason. Even though I think that's a little punchier of a Doom Bolt. Either way, doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and continue on from where we left off. I actually should just go ahead and transport out to Cairn Docks because I'm trying to... Oh, no, I got to get rid of Galfang. So let's go back to Conclave of the 3 here. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. But there's this green portal they opened up for us over here. We're going to go ahead and do that. So we got to get Galfang's core, am I right? So we got a little Eldritch Realm to explore through. Bearers of Eldritch Realm. These guys do not seem to mind my vitality that much. Well, I will take the book. Thank you, friends. Well, Insight's very good for energy regen, but doesn't really have anything else I want. And these do have soul warding, so it's a helm. Yeah, that's the problem, it's the helm. So I would love the helm to have soul warding on it. That would be amazing. But we'll have to see. I'll have to get one. I gotta finish this up and head into Ultimate and see what we can get. Problem is, when I get to Ultimate, my resist might be bad. We'll see. So I'm hitting nice crits of like 20,000 right now. That's pretty good for this level. Nothing crazy. It's like, I would say that's probably around Force Wave level damage, maybe a little lower. Because Force Wave gets pretty crazy if you have the light items. But I've got a lot of MIs pushing this, but they're reducing my damage for the most part. Helmet is the exception. The helmet gives just a big chunk of damage, and I'm standing in a lot of poison. And I still got through it okay. That was just a lot of damage. We're starting to get to the point of the game where the resistances matter even more so. Here's Galfang. There he is. Just let you do your damage to me and just tear him apart. There we go. Get out of this poison. Alright, we gotta get his core. Let's see. The raiment. The resists are like nice, but I can't lose that chaos resist. I just got that in a good place. Alright. I mean, that's it. This is a pretty straightforward area. They're probably gonna say head for the Conclave of the Three. Wait, this is Conclave 3, probably the,
Well, do you... The Eldritch Realm is stunning, as the stories say. You will have to... I believe it's time you spoke with her yourself. I've done everything she's asked. Seek her
Vanguard
out
of 3, there we go. Oh, yeah. I already found them all. Just use Corvin Sands, and it gives me a bunch of stuff for this, for finding it. Glad I could help. Alright, we have, where did it go? Yeah, one of these, First Seal of Morganath. That was from the Maw of Enoch, right? Oh, I don't want to go here. Now, I'm going to show you where another one is, and we'll get the third one as we head into the next zone. So we're going to go back to Corvin Sands. Now, of course, looking at our map, hope we didn't get attacked. That's the Maw of Enoch, right? We were already there, we already did that. We're going to head down and around. And I'm doing this so I can open up the third dungeon. I'm going to show you guys something important about that that could be useful to certain builds you may do, especially on a new character. It's a super handy thing that I wish I had known earlier, but I don't think anyone had confirmed it. So, I'll talk about that a little bit. There's these items. This guy again, he's a little closer this time around. Okay, I want to get these shooters out of here, because he's hard enough to deal with up close.
That skill's not good.
I've shredded his resist though, so I'm just taking chunks off of him. There we go. He just drops these slicers. Seismic Blast. Interesting. Okay. Okay. That's chaos resist on it, but not that much. We're just gonna clear that out too. Oh, this is a good experience. A Spellweaver. That's a dagger. It doesn't help me. Sharpshooter. The Scorpius Pummelers, this is actually a decent one. They give pet bonuses. You know, on second thought, now I say it's decent, but actually it would be better if it had pet bonuses on it instead of acid bonuses. So that's kind of what you really want on that. This is a alacrity item, but it's not good for us. Frostbite. I kind of wonder if we should set the filter to look for chaos resist. Can I look for chaos? No. Resistances, but yeah, I don't think that's going to matter. All right. It just doesn't, resistances doesn't filter it enough. If something has like 8% pierce and that's all it's got, it's not a big deal. So right at this point of Corvin Sands, so here's the map. To kind of zoom it out. There's the waypoint. There's where you get your butt kicked if you summon him, Calagra. And then I did the totem. I fought the dinosaur here, did the totem, and I'm right here. This is where you go to find the next piece of Morganiths. You just cut through this. Yeah, you're like, wait a second. How could you tell that's there? Well, if you move your screen, you can see there's a little nook through there you can travel through. So, it's there. It's one of those things that, like, you don't think about doing, but it gives, there's some clue to it, I believe, on this one. Let's see. Where stone meets the bleached sands, beyond the watchful eye of twin griffins. That's your clue. So, beyond the watchful eye of twin griffins. His head fell off, but he still would be a twin griffin if he had his head. So that's your clue. You come on back here, and there is a little temple back here. A bunch of these guys at it. We're going to go ahead and explore it. Why not? Because you can get this as you go along if you like. What was my cursor reacting to? That was weird. It was like there was something there. What? A rotting corpse just like hidden in the ground there. Weird. Okay. Come back here. These guys are here. I can't remember if you're going to the top or the bottom. We're going to find out. I think it's the bottom. If you want to go through here, there's a couple little like hidden out of the way places. We might go to one other one just to show off the type of guys that are in there. There's actually really cool. The Sun Herald sword is actually pretty cool. I feel like I should make a build around that at some point because I feel like that has some good possibilities. Alright, onward. So we want to tear through this place. And the journals here kind of outline what they're doing. They're trying to hide these seals so people don't get them. There's one fairly haunting one where the people they asked to hide the seal, they literally sealed them in. Like, that's part of the goal, is they don't want anyone to know where they're at. So one person can know, because they're the one getting rid of them. And I think that person at the end, like, does something, kills themselves, or puts themselves somewhere where they can't, like, they trap themselves somewhere to where they can't get out of there. And then these things drop. The Holobirds are cool, not just because of the interesting abilities they give, like this one's all kinds of fire damage to Skandra's Elemental Exchange, but also because they have really cool skins that overlap two-handed items, so they're pretty nice. That's something I'll probably do at some point, is like reskin the claws here, but it costs resources and it'll take a while before you get something that looks cool to replace. We'll do a little cosmetic go at it at some point. Okay, that guy threw his green orb. Oop. He almost did his resist reduction. I don't want that. Where is this R? Fine. Alright, dynamite. I got 3. I'll use 1. these are good to open just for the resources they can drop, like that Wendigo Spirit. I could have saved that one guy with Wendigo Spirit. I'll get on the ultimate playthrough. It'll be fine. We're gonna go up through here. There'll be a little boss we have to fight. There's also another area we're gonna go to. It's along the way. There'll be a similar little boss we have to fight. And this again is just in regards to unlocking the key dungeon, which isn't so like secret. It's more of like there's no secret to activate it really. It's more of just figuring it out. But I do like that Grim Dawn has weird little secret hidden things and stuff like that you have to kind of go check out and find. But like, sure, you can hear about them, but like it suggests exploration, and that's kind of what I look forward to with the next expansion. Not a lot of that stuff will be just like out in the open, so it'll be really fun just exploring these areas for the first time and just really picking them apart. Right, I got this journal. I feel like I missed a journal. Maybe not. Probably check that. You can check this journal stuff just by going down to, that's the wrong one. Go down to your keys, because that's your codex. And if you can find the journal, it is probably in Corvin. Nope, I've got all three. Great. I could use a better belt. Ooh, 51 pierce, 42 poison, 13 elemental. That's crazy. Even though it's just elemental damage, that's really good resist. We might end up using that just simply because that's going to free up all kinds of stuff. So like that much pierce and poison acid, I can take these antivenom salves off and put different components on there. I can take, let's see, the amount of pierce. If I was using, well, pierce, my pierce is okay, but some of my items give pierce resist, like a bunch of it, and I'm kind of reliant on them. Like, yeah, I can maybe move that ring, the belt. I can definitely change, especially since the vitality resist. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and slap that arm for the armor, because that doesn't change. Yeah, the resist is in really good shape there now. Okay, that's workable. My secondary resists are actually looking pretty good now. Primaries are decent. I just need that elemental to flush these out. Why is that so high? I thought I was under on the elemental. Oh, it's when pneumatic burst is down, because this only gets 3%. What? I'm so confused. Oh, the belt gets 13%. The belt fixed it. The belt fixed it. Okay, maybe we can use your Fort Breast then, because this gives vitality, 101 offensive ability. Sheesh, that's a lot. Yeah. Okay. I gotta really check this. 5-second cooldown. This is on crit, but it's a 3-second recharge. Okay, with a lot of offensive ability. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay. And my vitality resist is down. I think in this case, like, yes, I can get the leech back, but I think I am going to throw one of these back on a ring. This one. That'll get the resist back up, and also gives me vitality damage. So I have more damage from that. And my chaos is not problematic, it's still kind of low. So why don't we do... So we could do the attack speed. That's not really going to help. There's another one. This is still good for the offensive ability. There was a spell one. Which one is it? Not unholy, not that. This is rings and amulets. I'm overlooking it. I know I am. Spell woven threads? Yeah, so these give cast speed and spirit and offensive ability. Let's do this. We'll give ourselves a chunk of cast speed. That's going to raise our damage per second, also our energy taken, but we also have this on the amulet to help there. All of our resists are 80 plus, and some of these are really quite high. I probably could go ahead and put it on another ring and be in good shape. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Every bit helps. Okay, I need my chaos higher and bleeding higher, so I gotta keep an eye out for those. Everything else is in pretty good shape. My elemental is on the kind of low side, but I think it'll fix itself soon. This guy, we gotta take this guy out. Janithar the Sandstorm. So I can't remember if he drops a special item. He might. So he might be a boss you can farm, but he's got the second seal here. There we go. That's 2. And this is my old belt. I'll just keep this back here. That's fine. And then he dropped a chest armor. 34 pierce, 46 poison, 16 elemental. That is massive. Okay. Okay. We gotta hold on to that. But the problem is the chaos. I'm not getting enough chaos resist on stuff. So I gotta keep an eye out for that. Alright. But that might fix itself. These boots have a bunch of elemental movement speed, skill disruption, entrapment. These are good boots. I'll just take them. We're gonna get through here. And we've got the seal. So we're done here. And we've got 2 seals. Like, we're in real good shape, right? Now, look at this. Clear these guys out. What's their damage looking like? Oh, almost 50k. We're scaling up. We got a little doom bolt that can occur occasionally. See if we can get that down. Nothing yet. Well, we're going to warp out of here. Head back to Karen Docks. There's a couple things we need to do here. First off, we spent our devotion points, but we need to go down around here. Can we cross this way? No, I don't think we can. We're going to go back through here. We need to go down here. We got to save the brothers. And then in the Oasis, there's a beam bolt. In the Oasis, we need to find the one guy's apprentice. And the reason is you want to get transmute online when you can. It's cool. Okay, totem here. We're starting to get neat items because we're getting into the 50s, like late 50s. So level 65 items will start dropping soon. Those aren't anything crazy, but they're good. We're getting enough crits. Oh, Golemborn Greaves are real good. Physical Pierce, Poison. Yeah, we give up our Aether, but those have just a really good amount of armor and stuff that pops up on them. They're good. Eastern Gloves are pretty good as well, but this is Cold Lightning, so that's not too useful to us. We're just gonna pop those away. We're gonna have to we're gonna have to clear things out soon. I might do that before the next time I play. Okay. Interesting. Lightning Nova with bleeding, and the weapon and the item has chaos, or it has ether and bleeding on it. It's so weird stuff. So much weird stuff that comes up here. All right, you see over here though, we need to get Sandblown Ruins. We're gonna get there. I do like to check up in these rooms though. Sometimes there's some pretty good chests that can spawn. I'll show especially where one can spawn. So one can maybe spawn here. Cold, poison, oh my gosh. I don't want that because the chaos isn't high enough for me to really consider it. But it's there are starting to be tempting resist options. This is one thing you got to look out for while you're leveling up. Like, the key thing with looking at items, look at stuff that you could use. So like, this will help too. Look at this. So I've got, my arms are 744, shoulders 762, but my head's low, my chest is low, and legs and feet. But feet are pretty far behind, yeah. My feet are giving me Bone Harvest, and my legs aren't too bad. They're level 40. They are not great, but they're not too bad. The head, the reason that's behind is because I'm wearing a very particular helmet, and I don't know if enemies scale, or if the enemies in there scale at normal. Don't think they do. I think they might go to 60, but that's about it. So it might be worth popping in, seeing if I get a new one. Yeah, these chests is what I'm talking about. Devastating and Scribe Band and Mending sounds really cool. Doesn't have anything I can use. Those are really good for vitality and resists. I gotta take those. Like, I gotta keep a hold of those. Doombolt's nice and all, but these are good too. Those are real good. Mainly because, like, they give me all that poison acid resist. That just gives me some flexibility in my gear. This has all damage and good chaos resist, but I lose a bit out of that, so I don't know if that's going to be a good trade. But we're going to go through here. Yeah, we're starting to get much more interesting items now. Okay, get him out of here. We're going to head in this cave, clear this out. Now this, if you're like kind of through what you should be experiencing, you should have seen my verse video. I had an end part where I was like, okay, I'm tired, I'm going. I might like edit that out and kind of pop this in there. I think I can connect the two videos up. There's gonna be a little separation between them, but the intention is just I wanted to continue the vid, gives a little bit more stuff. This one should come out on Christmas Eve, if I'm not mistaken. I am probably gonna have some trouble posting anything around that time. I'm gonna get some final stuff posted that should be running through Christmas, including the start of the new build, because I've already got a few videos for that, so those will be scheduled just to kind of buy some time. Might be a couple days nothing gets scheduled, it just is what it is. This will be scheduled up too, so this will hit like Christmas Eve. Sorry about that, a mild interruption. This one will hit Christmas Eve, so the others should be through Christmas and into the weekend, I think, if I schedule that all up right. So there should be enough there until I get back. When I get back, I'll have a little time that I can pop out a few videos, be good for the next week, and then should be good into the new year. Now, in the new year, this character will be starting to get really close to level 100. In fact, probably will be a good bit of the way through Ultimate. But I think I want to get this build into what I would consider a finished state. I may not record all of the like finished state like farming and such. I don't know if that's going to be really interesting to watch. We'll see. I think it'd be more interesting to watch like a new build struggle through the first areas than it would be to watch one that's already good, just, you know, getting through like SR20 or something like that just to try to find particular items. I don't need too many particular items, so there might be a little farming I do just to show what you should do. Okay, I'm going to take care of this guy in here. Should be fine. He does a lot of freeze, but I get a devotion point along the way. The devotion point, I kind of have to decide where I'm going to put that. So armor's good and cunning. Vitality, you know, I don't need vitality resist, but what's my stun looking like? That's a little tempting. Getting up to 50% stun resist is significant, and stuns have been very dangerous. This build is intended to have pretty good secondary resists. I didn't used to do that with my build, I didn't focus on it. I do a lot more now, and if a build can't get to good secondary resists, I tend to not worry about it, but I do skimp on other things, like I don't get my defensive ability as high as I need. I don't find I really need more than like 2,500, but people would disagree and be more aiming for 3,000. I do try to aim higher on offensive ability though, unless the build has lots of ways to mess up defensive ability. One thing with this build is I may end up getting a little bit of Siphon Souls because, you know, it's vitality, it's extra damage if something gets close, but most points would go into Blood Boil, and the reason for that is it reduces offensive ability, so that essentially is giving me defensive ability. It's not the same. I understand it's not. There we go. That's clear. Venom Spine Greaves. Interesting, but not really a necessary component. And not seeing anything else that's nice. Storm Herald's Storm Halberd's nice. These just look cool. That's it. They just look cool. Alright. Devotions. You know, I'm gonna take this one for the Cunning and Armor. I've changed my mind. The stun, I'm gonna have to get the stun resist at some point. But I think it can wait. I'm kind of trucking along. Like freeze resist would be much more useful coming up immediately, and I've got a little bit of that. Not a lot. Definitely could use more, but we just get what we can get. In early levels, you're not going to be able to do much with those secondary resists. Your devotions are going to be the best you're going to have. There are later components to help with them, but that's about it. This build feels so good, by the way. Just like slashing through groups of enemies like that. There's other skills in the game that can do similar things, just like they're very different. The only other builds I can recommend that like just punch through groups of enemies are like auto attack gunners. They can just get so many good skills to drop groups. Alright, so this guy is going to be a bit of a problem. And he's going to do a lot of damage, so we got to be a little careful with him. Tear through his first form. Our DPS is solid. Okay.
That skill's not ready.
Reflect damage back to him in case he freezes. And just tear him up. There we go. Empowered Berserker's Cow. Do not use that. Don't use that. It's a death sentence. I promise. Now, I'm sure people can use it, and if they're really, really good at mechanics in the game, they can make really good use of it. I can't. I'm incapable of not dying with that thing on. It's too much. Okay, those are our right pants. Okay, we're back out of the tomb. That quest is complete. We will go back to town and finish up the other bits of it. It's just nice little experience boost. This guy's chasing me. These guys are good to kill even if you don't like really want to fight guys popping up in your face. They are good to kill because they have some fairly unique like Corvin armors and stuff that they drop. There's one quest you can get. I think it's with the Dreeg cult. Is that right? Or am I with the Dreeg cult? No, I'm with the Bismiel cult. The Dreeg cult has a little quest that spawns more groups of those guys. And as long as you don't turn the quest in, they will still appear. So if you're farming for Corvin things, that can be one way to get more. Now we're going back here. We are in the Sunday No Oasis. There's a guy we want to find out here. And let's see. It's not our quest log. We should still fight his body anyway. Man, build's coming together. There's good stuff happening now. Damage is solid. Speeding through things. Haven't got a level. I'm pretty close though. Now there's nothing crazy notable out in this area. I think there's a few little kind of secret things down there. Corpse Slayer's not going to do us any good. Alright, Leggings of Soul Warding. So these have Aether and good armor. They're okay. The extra Bone Harvest is nice, so I'll pick those up just to consider them. We're going to do this. We pop our other buffs if we need them. Powerful leg plates. This can be good. Shell shock through pellets. Those are just lightning electrocute. This guy is dead. Okay, these pants have physical, fire, poison, chaos. They don't have our damage we want, but they have 1100 armor. Like, I don't think we can pass that up. For that 26 chaos resist, that's going to see us good into ultimate. So that's really good. We are going to probably end up using those, but we had to hit 58, which is close. Very, very close. Plate Mill of Tormented Souls doesn't help us. And we are looking for the guy's apprentice. I think he's up here. He's just kind of a dead body laying around. The confusion of this skill too is also really nice. These slicers, I've heard people warn me against using Bleeding Blade Arc. I don't know. Maybe it's fine, maybe it's not. There is an interesting weapon that makes me think to try, not Bleeding Blade Arc, to try Bleeding Eye of Reckoning, because there's weapons you can dual wield, so you can take like Nightblade with it, because Nightblade's pretty good for bleeding, but it would have to be Nightblade Oathkeeper, which means you can't get the best bleeding debuff in the game, which is from Shaman, unless you decide, hey, I'm not going to be Nightblade, I'm going to dual wield another way, which is possible, and use Shaman anyway. Alright, so I either missed the body or I haven't gotten to it yet, I'm not sure which, but it's out here somewhere. I missed it. Yeah, I must have missed it. I don't think it's at the same place every time, so let me... I'm gonna get this, work back to Conclave of 3. And I probably need to wrap up this video soon, so maybe we'll get this quest done and just call it since I have the waypoint. I can jump in next time. And that'll give me a chance to combine the videos, get them uploaded, things like that.
Greetings, Seeker.
There we go. I want this guy's emergence. But, Bleeding, Eye of Reckoning sounds kind of interesting. There might be some fun ways to do it. And you basically would just spin to win through enemies, tag them once, and they'd bleed to death. It seems okay. Alright, he wants me to work with somebody? Speak with Basilica? Oh, what did I miss? What have I missed? Oh, missed this Visions of Terror. Let's get that. Read a little story. I'm sitting here doing circles. We're not the Vanguard of the 3. I sometimes get those mixed up because their names so similarly. Okay, let's get this guy's book. Let's see. Go back this way. My hunch is he's somewhere in this region, like on this side. If he's not, I've really missed him. Oh, he is out there. Hey. Enough of that. You too. He's down there. He probably always spawns in the same spot. I just forget. So I'm gonna have to make a leap down here. Go under. And go save him. No, there's no saving. He's dead. Spoiler alert. He's very dead. Stonerock Groundbreakers are a great little boot. They don't offer much like damage, but they give you a ground stop ability, and that's neat. People like abilities, right? Alright, we want this. Salt Halberds, nice and all, but this is very important. You really do want this as a new player. You want this quest done. So it's out here in the Oasis, and you got to talk to this particular guy in Forgotten Gods. And when you start getting to the Oasis, he'll give you the quest. The reason you want it...
Greetings.
Now, he won't do it right now. I'll get my experience in a level, so that's nice. When I come back, he will have the ability to transmute items. That lets you do things like change a legendary you have into a completely different legendary, or take a legendary from a set that you have and change it into another item of the same set that can help you complete a set much faster, especially if you get duplicates. Also, if you get blueprints later, a lot of blueprints will be like helms or armor of a certain set. Technically, you cannot find that set. You never find it. You can craft the helmet pieces of the set, and like 4 helmets, and then you can transmute those helmets into other pieces of the 4-piece set until you have the whole thing. And that is a deterministic way to create items that you need. So it's super useful. And we're just going to do what we've been doing. Put our points here. We almost have Harbinger of Souls done. We almost have Spectral Binding done. But the next thing we're going to raise is Pneumatic Burst afterward. And then we gotta start filling all of the things. Like, this is just damage. We don't need that yet. This will also be just damage. Don't need it yet. But we're gonna get all the rest of those filled out. Get extras as we go. But I think this is probably a pretty good stopping point. Oh, the recruits? Yeah, let's talk to the recruits. I'm gonna let them stay. I don't care. I don't care how fast I kill them. They're gonna stay. They fought well. I'll let them stay. I don't know what kind of ramification this has. I hope some of these quests have ramifications in the future. I think maybe this quest is saying it doesn't matter if you let them stay or go. Soleil really doesn't care. They just want bodies for the fire. So, fine. Alright, so where we're stopping, we've got these Healthforge leg plates, which we can use now, but we need 645 physique to wear them. I may just go ahead and pump the physique up so I can put them on. Yeah. This is why I save points. If I had spent these, I wouldn't have it. Look at that. I don't even have it now. 644. Okay, let's take these pants off, just in case they're giving me anything. They're not. Alright, these go on. Okay, what did I lose? I lost a bunch of bleeding. So that's a consideration. This might take a little more for me to decide how I fully want to fix this. And piercing's okay. Elemental's not great now. I do need to upgrade this. I'm getting to level 60 where I can use the higher end one. There's a crafter right here. I wanted to check something.
For scrap metal.
Interesting. Okay. First of all, bleeding resist. There's something that would help with this. Well, imbued silver has bleeding resist. We already have that on though. So that's actually where some of our bleed resist comes from. And the nice thing about Haunted Steel, which we're not using... Oh, that's Bloodthirster. Oh, yeah. We're basically using Blood Drinker, similar to that. So that is an option as well. And for vitality damage, the goal, I believe, is mortality. Well, impurity? Might be impurity. Okay. Well, we'll get around to this next time, but thanks for watching, and have a good day. Goodbye.